Hi, good day everyone. It's really nice to meet you in this occasion and welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope that you always be happy and healthy anytime, anywhere. Are you planning to go for vacation and are you confused on what to prepare before departure? Yes, so this is a good time for you to listen and watch to my video because today I'm going to discuss about travel documents as an important element, especially when you want to travel abroad. So travel documents is basically a form of identification given to visitors and also travelers and issued by government or private institutions to facilitate the movement of individuals or small group of people across international borders. And the type of travel documents depend on your immigration status and also the purpose of your travel. So you have to make sure that you are carrying the correct travel documents, otherwise your travel could be a nightmare and it gives you disastrous consequences. Travel documents are very important element during your travel because they allow you to enter the foreign destination or foreign country, and more importantly, it enables you or allow you to re-enter your home country. Without the proper documents, you will end up not being able to travel and leave your home country to travel to another country, or even worse, you will be trapped and not being able to come back and return to your hometown until you find the replacement of the documents. The most common travel document is passport. Passport is a booklet which declares the holder's name, holder's home country, photographs, signature, place and date of birth, and any other identifying informations. In addition to passport booklet, some countries, including United States, Caribbean, Canada, Mexico, issue the travel or passport cards. So it is wallet-sized travel document which also allow the holders to travel to certain countries. So you have to remember that usually passport valid 6 months before it expires. So you have to make sure that your passport is valid more than 6 months. In addition to passport, when you travel internationally, you might also need travel visa. So travel visa is conditional authorization from the country you want to visit, allowing you to visit for a certain period of time and to perform certain activities. For example, if you want to go for vacation, then you need to apply tourist visa. Yeah. So it also depends on the length of your stay. Some countries require tourist visa for entry, and some countries don't. Not only does this vary by the destination country, and sometimes it also determined by the citizenship of the travelers. Some country issue visa on arrival and some country don't. For those that don't, you will have to apply ahead of time, follow the instructions and pay attention to some restrictions. You have to make sure that you have 2 fully blank pages in your passport for each country you will be visiting. So the countries that don't require visa will just need part of page to stamp, but those who need a visa or require visa, of course, they need a lot more space. Next is health insurance. So health insurance is a type of insurance that covers medical expenses that arise due to an illness. So these expenses may be related to hospitalization costs, cost of medicine, and doctor consultation fees. And health insurance covers some or all of the costs of routine care, emergency care, or maybe also treatment for chronic illness. And tourists may also obtain travel health insurance. And there are types of travel health insurance itself, such as primary versus secondary coverage. So primary coverage will be functioned as the main insurance. So when you have regular health insurance, it will be the second options or the backup. And if you choose or you prefer to have the secondary coverage, then it will be useful if your primary coverage doesn't work or doesn't cover the problems that you're having. Another type of travel health insurance is multi-trip versus single trip. Say you plan to go for country hopping in Europe for 2 weeks, then it is still considered as single trip, unless if you plan for several trips abroad or internationally and you set it for several months and you have to go back to your hometown in between, then it is much more easier and cost effective if you purchase the multi-trip policy, because it covers a set period of time over multiple trips. Another kind of insurance that can be used during traveling is travel insurance. It is type of insurance that covers costs and losses associated with traveling, and it is useful for those traveling domestically and abroad. It gives protections against risks and financial losses ranging from minor inconvenience such as delayed flight or missed airline connections to more serious issues like injuries or illness. Depending on the coverage you choose, travel insurance may cover a broad array of damage and losses, such as injury or illness. Even though you have the regular health insurance in your hand, sometimes it doesn't fully cover the medical costs or medical expenses during your travel in the foreign countries. And sometimes even it doesn't cover the expenses in the foreign countries at all. So the travel insurance may work at this occasion or at this time, and it works before or during your vacation. Another coverage of travel insurance is loss of luggage. So the loss of luggage could sometimes be the most frustrating things or travel mishaps during your trip. So the good travel insurance policy can reimburse you if your luggage is stolen, damaged, delayed, or lost during your vacation. Another coverage of travel insurance, and sometimes it happens among us, is last-minute cancellation. We know that some airlines, sometimes they don't provide full refund if we cancel our flight a few days or few minutes before the schedule. So does the resorts, other tourist accommodation or cruise. So the travel insurance may work or may useful in this occasion. Another travel document you have to pay attention to is medical documents. Some travelers have special needs or concerns that require specific attention, particularly if air travel is involved. Older travelers, women who are pregnant, or people with a chronic condition may be required to carry documentation of their medical requirements. Those travelers may wish to carry documentation stating basic health information such as blood type and allergies or other medical conditions. If you have medical conditions that may require special attention during travel, you may need to provide your airline with a medical certificate. By making your airline aware of your needs, you will ensure your maximum comfort on your journey. And those who are traveling with medicines, if you require a prescription medicine, you should carry a supply with you along with a letter from your doctor certifying your need for the medicine and any other medical items that may be questioned by customs officials, such as syringes. Because of airline security, large quantities of liquids and sharp objects may have to remain in checked luggage. Always carry your vaccination record with you, especially your vaccination certificate for yellow fever. This is required for entry to some overseas countries. If you take any prescription medications, it is a good idea to get a letter from your doctor explaining what you take, including the generic name, how much you take, and why you need the medication. You will not overneed it, but sometimes in some countries, they have different rules about medicine. You should also have a copy of your prescription, and if you happen to lose your medicine while you are traveling, you will need to know the generic name and the dosage in order to get more. The same applies for your glasses or contacts in case you need to replace them on the road. Another documentation that may be required before your departure is checking accounts. Checking accounts is one of the documents that must be included when you want to apply for visa to any destination country. The purpose of the embassy requesting this document is, of course, to make sure that you have sufficient funds to travel to the relevant country and return or come back to your home country within the specified time, and not instead looking for work there, or even worse, being an illegal tourist or illegal immigrant. Usually, the embassy will ask for a checking account or proof of savings for the last 3 months. Some countries, including Netherlands, clearly states the minimum amount of savings one must have in their account, which is 30 euros multiplied number of days the traveler will be there. So if the traveler intends to take 15 days vacation in Europe, they have to prepare 450 euros, or in rupiah around 7.5 millions in their savings. In the contrary, South Korean embassy doesn't specify the minimum amount of savings that one must have in their account for applying visa. So we will have the same calculation, assuming 1 day cost in South Korea is around 1 million rupiahs, and then it will be multiplied the number of the days of the vacation. But remember, this is important thing to remember, then make sure that there are no sudden large deposits in your accounts, because if so, the embassy will consider it is as a borrowed money, and it is almost certain that your visa will not be passed. Traveling during COVID-19 situations requiring more documents, of course. So if you plan to travel during COVID-19 situations, don't forget to carry a few more documents, such as card or certificates, physical or digital, showing that you have received full dose of COVID-19 vaccine at least 14 days before your departure. In addition to a COVID-19 vaccine certificate, traveler has to show the negative RT-PCR test results. And this requirement might vary across different countries and carrier companies. Therefore, you should inquire and check the documents required before a couple of days. Additional documents necessary include tickets for events while traveling. There might be exciting events or adventurous activities happening in the destination country or state during your trip, for which you make the booking in advance. If you don't want to miss out on that event, don't forget to have the related details handy. Travel itinerary details. It takes a lot of time and effort in planning your itinerary, and generally you make your bookings for accommodations, events, adventure activities, and many more. Therefore, to have an organized trip and visit maximum places in your destination country, it is important to have your itinerary handy. So again, don't forget to have a soft copy of the same. Next is air tickets and proof of accommodation bookings. This might seem obvious documents, but some people forget to carry them at the end moment. And these are the crucial documents without which you might not be able to continue your trip. Also, it is advisable to have a soft copy of these documents. While traveling to certain countries, proof of accommodation might even be required at the immigration counters. So that was information regarding travel documents needed for tourists, especially for international travel. And once again, I would like to remind you that it is very important to check and recheck the necessary documents usually available in the immigration office or embassy websites. And I hope this information is useful for you, and thank you for watching. See you in the next video and have a nice day.